Howdy, folks. Today, we're diving into Malaysia's mega 100.5 billion ringgit digital investment spree. Yes, that's billion with a B, from 2021 to mid 2024. Is Malaysia making a genius move, or are they teetering on the edge of tech induced chaos? Well, stick around because this story has more twists than a soap opera. So, Malaysia has become the new tech darling, with industry giants like Nvidia and Amazon Web Services pouring in money like it's Black Friday for tech investors. But the big question is, will this digital tsunami lead to a tech utopia, or is there a potential storm brewing? Let's break it down. In the last few years, Malaysia's digital scene has been hotter than a bowl of tom yum soup. They've been attracting investments like a magnet in a hardware store. From data centers to cloud computing, it's like they've got a tech buffet and everyone's invited. Industry titans like Nvidia and AWS have waltzed into the party, bringing their wallets and a ton of optimism. I mean, when Nvidia says you're cool, you've made it in tech. And it's not just about tech bragging rights. These investments are creating jobs faster than I can order takeout, with 25,498 jobs in the first half of 2024 alone, beating last year's total. It's like they hit the job creation turbo button. If you're job hunting in Malaysia right now, you're probably wondering if you should swap your resume for a USB drive, because tech is where it's at. Now let's talk investor confidence. Malaysia Digital MD status was awarded to 451 tech companies in 2024, and get this, 39% of them are foreign companies. So it's not just Malaysia betting on itself. It's like getting invited to the cool kids table where everyone's whispering about AI and data centers. Foreign direct investment is pouring in, and Malaysia is sitting there like, yeah, we've got room for more. But hold up, is all this digital gold as shiny as it seems? Malaysia's got the infrastructure, sure, but is it enough to keep them at the top of the tech pyramid, or are they going to find themselves trapped in a techie game of Jenga? Because you know what happens when you pull out the wrong block? Spoiler, things come crashing down. Okay, let's talk 5G. Malaysia's been rolling out 5G faster than my Wi-Fi drops during a Netflix binge session. By mid-2024, they hit 82% coverage. How did they do it so fast? A lot of it comes down to solid policies, government backing, and, well, a ton of money. We're talking about policies like the Digital Economy Blueprint and National 4IR policy, because nothing says we mean business like having a blueprint with a fancy acronym. But there's a catch. With great tech power comes great cybersecurity responsibility. And Malaysia is flexing hard on that front too. With a score of 79.2 on the National Cybersecurity Index, which is the highest in Asia Pacific, they're basically saying, hackers, not on our watch. Because if there's one thing that'll keep those investors rolling in, it's a safe digital playground. Now, as Malaysia rides this digital wave, there's a tiny, massive issue lurking. The skills gap. Sure, they've got the tech investments, but do they have the talent to keep up? It's like building the world's fastest car, but realizing no one knows how to drive stick shift. Malaysia's got to upskill its workforce ASAP, or risk having all this shiny tech and no one to run it. To be fair, the government's got a plan. They're talking investments in education and training to make sure their workforce doesn't just survive in this tech-savvy world, but thrives in it. Still, no pressure, Malaysia, just the whole future of your economy hanging in the balance. So what's the final word? Malaysia is playing a high-stakes game here, but with bold moves come big risks. Sure, they've got the tech infrastructure, the foreign investments, and a rock-solid cybersecurity setup. But will they be able to train their workforce fast enough to keep up with the digital boom? Only time will tell. But hey, whether Malaysia's digital gamble turns out to be a jackpot or a game of tech roulette gone wrong, one thing's for sure. This Southeast Asian nation is not just a player in the global tech race. They're gunning for the top spot.